Hello, friends, and welcome back to Daily English Drop. I'm James, and today we're tackling one of the biggest hurdles in language acquisition: mental translation. So many students tell me, James, I'm constantly translating. I have to construct the sentence in my native language first, and then I try to convert the words into English. It feels sluggish, it's exhausting, and I often forget what I wanted to say. Perhaps you share this frustration. You want to ditch the habit of translating, but you're not sure how to break free. In this episode, I'm going to share some genuinely special strategies and novel methods to begin the process of thinking directly in English, starting right now. Let's dive in. Let's begin by examining why translation is such a significant roadblock. Brain researchers suggest we operate with two primary cognitive systems. One system is rapid and fluid. It operates instantaneously and continuously. The other system is deliberate and measured. It scrutinizes everything step by step. But this process consumes valuable time. When you translate mentally, you engage this slower, measured system. You formulate the thought in your primary language. Then, you attempt the conversion into English. This extra step introduces a time lag. It forces you to pause, creates a conversational delay, and makes speaking feel cumbersome and stressful. However, when you generate thoughts directly in English, you utilize the fast, automated system. It doesn't halt to verify every single term. It doesn't shuttle back and forth between two languages. It simply expresses. It is instant, seamless, and feels effortlessly natural. Picture this scenario. You're at a coffee shop. The server approaches and asks, "What would you like to drink?" If you translate, you hear the query. Formulate your reply in your own tongue, and then attempt to translate that answer into English. By the time you finish, the server's waiting. You feel stressed, and you might even stumble over a word. But if you think in English right away, the words flow out immediately. You look at the server and respond, "A latte, please." Quick, straightforward, instinctive. No unnecessary waiting, no pressure. This demonstrates why translation is detrimental. Translation slows you down. Thinking in English makes you agile. Translation makes you anxious. Thinking in English makes you assured. Now you're probably asking, how do I stop using my first language as the starting point? The answer isn't a massive, one-time shift. The answer lies in small, everyday moments. Learning science indicates something crucial. Short, repeated practice sessions are much more effective than one long, infrequent session. Frequent, brief engagement is superior for the brain compared to lengthy, rare study. Think of it like breathing. You don't take all your day's breaths in one gulp. You do it constantly. Language development is the same. So, how do we leverage these small windows of opportunity? It's profoundly simple. When you grab your keys, don't just grab them. State in your mind or whisper, "I am picking up my keys." When you sip your coffee, don't just drink it. Say, "I am drinking my coffee." When you check the time, state, "I am checking the time." When you look at the sky, say, "I am looking at the sky." These are very concise statements. We call them micro moments. A micro moment is a very brief period where you actively use English. It might be just 2 or 3 seconds or one simple sentence, but it conditions your brain. Initially, the sentences are extremely basic. They might feel overly simple, but don't fret. Simple is effective. Simple is potent. Over time, your brain develops a direct link between the action and the English expression. Gradually, these phrases become second nature. This is the pathway from the slow system to the fast, automatic system. In the beginning, you might process it slowly. Pouring a glass of water. But after numerous repetitions, the phrase will emerge quickly. I'm pouring a glass of water. No translation, no hesitation, just English. The real secret isn't a single grand epiphany. The secret is in numerous small daily efforts. Each time you use English in a small way, you are rewiring your brain. Every minor practice session constructs a new neural pathway. And one day, without you even realizing it, English will simply be there for you. A common question I hear is, James, I want to think in English, but I don't live in an English-speaking country. What can I do? That's an excellent point. Naturally, the fastest way to think in English is to be fully immersed where the language is unavoidable. In the streets, on the airwaves, on screens, in stores. Your brain is forced to adapt, but not everyone can relocate or travel extensively. So, what is the practical alternative? The solution is to build small English islands within your day. What exactly is an English island? An island is a piece of land surrounded by water. Similarly, your day might be filled with your native language, but you can carve out small pockets of time where you commit to using only English. For instance, you could declare a 10-minute English breakfast. During those 10 minutes, you think and speak only in English. You observe your meal and state, "This is toast, the toast is warm. I'm having orange juice, the juice is cold. I need my napkin." You see, everything is simple, yet entirely in English. Later, perhaps in the afternoon, you can create another island. Maybe 15 minutes of English audio, music, or a podcast. During that period, 0 other languages are permitted. To start, your islands might be tiny. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. That is absolutely fine. Small is sustainable. Small is achievable. Eventually, these islands will expand. 10 minutes will stretch to 20. One island might become 3. Slowly but surely, your day will feature more and more English islands. And the more islands you construct, the less need you'll have to translate. The more islands you build, the more natural English will become. So remember this. You don't have to be in London or Sydney to think in English. You can construct your own English-speaking world, brick by brick, island by island, within your daily routine. Here's one more powerful research-backed concept. Utilize mental imagery, not words from your own language. When absorbing new English vocabulary, many learners fall into the same trap. They automatically link the English word to its translation. For example, they learn the word car and immediately recall the word for car in their mother tongue. This seems efficient initially, but it creates a systemic problem. Why? Because every time you want to use the word, your brain must first detour to your native language and then switch back to English. That is slow. That is burdensome. Instead, you can train your brain more effectively. Do not connect the new English word to your native language. Connect it instead to a sensory experience, a picture, a sound, a feeling, or a texture in your mind. For example, when you learn the word hug, don't think of the translation. Instead, close your eyes and imagine the feeling of a warm, comforting embrace. Imagine the sensation of someone's arms around you. Now, when you hear the word hug, your brain skips the translation step. It goes straight from the English word to the mental image. English to image, not English to translation. This technique is incredibly potent because this is how children learn. A child doesn't learn the word water by translating it. A child sees the liquid, hears the word water, and the connection is formed directly. And finally, another technique. It might feel a little strange, but talking to yourself is a profoundly effective practice. Psychologists refer to this as self-talk. Self-talk means verbalizing your thoughts to yourself. Sometimes quietly, sometimes out loud. You might say, "I need to grab my keys," or "That was a great meeting, well done," or "It's getting late, I should start cooking dinner." You are your own conversation partner. You are your own English coach. It's free, it's private, and it's very impactful. So let me offer you a simple, actionable plan for the coming week. Morning. Establish a short English island during your breakfast. Think only in English. Daytime. Implement micro moments. A single English sentence for every small action. Evening. Watch a short English video clip. Mimic the intonation and emotions, not just the words. Before bed, use self-talk. Review your day's activities in English. This plan is not complex. It is not demanding. But if you commit to doing this every day, you will observe a change. Your brain will begin to link English directly to life and experience, not to translation. So, my friends, remember this. Translating is a natural starting point, but it's not the ultimate goal. You can move past it. You can forge new pathways in your mind. The more you connect English directly to actions, mental images, and feelings, the faster your mind will process in English. The more you practice, the more effortless it will become. Thank you so much for joining me on Daily English Drop. I'm James, and until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and always believe in your ability to succeed. Goodbye for now.